I love this fellow. Look at the color of this jacket.
What do you think this does?
What are you doing?
Oh no, Nadia, where did you go? Ah! Oh! All I did was wave this thing. Ah! I think we need a manager.
How may I help you?
Hi, welcome to another edition of That's Odd TV. I'm Lynn Garthwaite. This is my co-host, Nadia Giordana. And our theme this week is magic. We've got some interesting things to talk about.
We do. It's going to be real fun. We were at Twin Cities Magic and Costume not long ago and paid a visit to Jim Berg. Saw lots of fun and interesting things in the store there. I especially liked all the masks.
Oh, absolutely. Actually, I was so surprised by the costumes. I expected the magic items. I didn't expect to see that many costumes. It's amazing. Everything you can imagine.
Yeah. There's anything you might want, you could find in there. So we went through and took a lot of pictures.
Including makeup, if you're into doing odd makeup for costume type purposes, Halloween or whatever, they've got everything.
Oh, so, yeah, just tons of stuff.
It was a great place.
Yeah.
Great place.
Well, let's talk about magic just a little bit, and you had some interesting things you wanted to share today.
I looked up some things about magic, and you know the iconic rabbit in a hat trick. Everybody thinks of that as the magic trick, pulling a rabbit out of a hat. But it turns out that that's actually almost never done in magic. The whole thing started, at least by one account, the idea of pulling a rabbit out of a hat started when there was some woman in a township who was making the claim that she had given birth to a litter of rabbits. And as a joke, the town magician, whatever, started pulling rabbits out of his hat. And that became kind of this iconic symbol. But actually, when you think about it, you don't actually see people doing that. You don't see the ones on TV doing that.
You don't see that very often, although I did find out that in Queensland, Australia, I think they said it was, having a pet rabbit is illegal unless you can prove that you are a magician.
I read that too.
Did you?
Isn't that fascinating? So yeah, they talked about one father his daughter wanted a rabbit so bad as a pet that he went through all the hoops and hurdles to become a magician so that he could prove that he was a magician and therefore get a rabbit for his daughter. So,
oh, what a fun thing.
An oddball thing.
Yeah.
Another interesting thing I found was Houdini, who of course everybody knows. He was also very much into making movies. And he, in fact, owned his own movie studio. And he's the one who's responsible for renaming a very iconic actor named Joseph Keaton. He gave him the nickname Buster. So now our younger audience is not going to know who that is, but Buster Keaton is certainly well known, and that's thanks to Harry Houdini.
Oh, what a fun and interesting thing. And I also read a story, and this one just kind of blew my mind because I could just see, thinking about how things can happen on television shows and whatever it was. There was a magician at one point in time who did the saw the lady in the half trick, and he used his wife as the
victim,
the victim, so to speak, and he did the saw the lady in the half. Well, then he finished that, and it wasn't quite finished, and the announcer ended the TV program because the show had run out of time.
Okay.
Not because something had gone wrong, as the audience believed had happened.
The people watching on TV were worried.
Yeah.
How long, I wonder how long till they heard the news. They didn't have
know.
Google in the days maybe, so a little scary moment. So yeah, you know that it's a problem if the magician brings a box of like gauze and bandages with him when he's about to do that trick. So yeah, but the Twin Cities Magic and Costume Shop was a fun adventure. We shot some footage there.
Yeah, and Jim was so helpful to show us around, and he took time out of his busy day to show us one of his standard, best, fun magic tricks that is as old as time,
Right.
as he says. So let's take a moment and see a clip of Jim performing that magic trick.
The oldest trick in magic, the cups and balls. The trick that uses 1, 2, 3 balls and 1, 2, 3 solid cups. We're going to start off by taking ball number 1, put it on top of the center cup, cover it up, and with a snap and a tap, it goes right through, solid through solid. Ball number 2 will make twice as difficult by making it go through 2 cups with 2 snaps, and it goes right through. Now some people think that it only works in the middle, so this time we'll do it over on the end, again using 1, 2, 3 solid cups, one last ball, one last time, cover it up, and with a snap and a tap, you know what happens?
3 balls?
It goes right through. You've seen this before. Now, there's actually a really simple explanation for why this works. This is the very first trick in magic. In fact, if you went to Egypt, you see pictures on the walls of the pyramids of people doing this trick thousands of years ago. The whole time I told you we had 3 balls and 1, 2, 3 solid cups. The truth of the matter is, we've really been using 4 balls. The 4th one's right over here. 3 things I want to point out about it. Number 1, it's invisible. Number 2, it's transparent. Therefore, number 3, you can't see it. Make sense?
It does.
It does? I mean, it does, sure. Anyway, it fell off. We'll cover it up, and with a snap and a tap, do you know what happens?
4 balls?
No, the invisible ball goes right through. There's still just 3, and 1 that you can't see.
Right.
Now, to prove that, in case you're questioning that, do you see the invisible ball there?
No.
Of course not. You can't see it. It's invisible. But it's not there. And it didn't go up because that's against gravity, and everybody knows gravity is the law, which means it went down. Can you do me a favor? If you could just do this for me? Thank you. Thank you. It's a cheap way to get applause, but it works. But it also makes that 4th ball become visible, so you can see that indeed,
Woohoo!
there are 1, 2, 3, 4 balls, 1, 2, 3 cups, and that's all.
Yay! Thanks to Jim Berg for that wonderful trick he played. It was great. And again, thanks for all the time he spent with us and showing us around his shop and everything. But that was a fun trick, kind of a classic.
Yeah, it was, and I loved watching it, and we got a big kick out of the whole thing, and it was so great.
Right.
So anyway, the next thing we have, which is something we haven't had on our show together before, is we have a guest today. Yes, that's going to be fun.
Yep.
And he is a magician, Kristoff the Magician. Well, Christoph, thank you for being on the show with us today.
My pleasure to be here.
All right, well, why don't you tell us just a little bit about yourself and then show us some of your magic.
All right, well, that sounds fine. I've been doing magic for a long time. I started when I was about 6. We don't have to do the math right here on camera, but it's been a long time. And my mother gave me the name Kristoff the Magician. That's with 1 K, 2 Fs. And you know, I'm sort of thought of as a bit of a card guy, meaning a lot of the magic that I do involves cards. Although I also like to work with other types of materials from time to time. So sometimes I'll use coins, and then there's this whole genre that we call organic magic. And for organic magic, what you do is you take something that's just normal, ordinary household stuff that you would see, and then you try and convert that into something of a magic trick, like, say, that. Now, would you like to see some cards?
Yes. Oh, wow.
That was a
That
little
was
scary.
Yeah.
I thought you were a little
I was
worried
expecting
there.
to be splashed.
I'm here to tell you that was full.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, as I mentioned, I do a lot of card work, or card magic, as they say, and not all card magic are really card tricks, okay? But I'm going to start with something that involves a full deck of cards. Now, I brought along, I took the jokers out, I'll admit to that, but otherwise, you should be able to see that there are 52 cards in the deck. Any card you want to think of, you're going to find it there, other than the 2 jokers. And I'm going to start with you. Do you mind helping me out with this, Lynn? All right, Lynn. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to riffle through the cards, or dribble through the cards, and you say stop anywhere you want.
Stop.
Right there? Okay, so this will be your card.
Okay.
Just take a look at it and memorize it.
Got it.
And we want to make sure that the camera can see it. Can the camera zoom in on that? All right. Don't you peek.
I won't.
All right. So you've got the card memorized?
Yes.
The audience has seen the card?
Yes.
And you know roughly where it is in the deck, but we want to change that up. So I'm just going to give the cards a shuffle. So now we have no idea, and you in particular have no idea where in the deck her card resides. Is that fair?
That's fair.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to spread out the cards. And when you tell this story later on, and I think you may, when you tell this story later on, I want you to remember that the cards were spread out and I had no control over the cards at the time you came up with a number. I want you to give us some number from 1 to 52, whatever number you would like, and that number is going to be where your card is.
Okay.
This trick actually almost worked once.
Super.
So you just think of any number, call it out loud.
23.
Not an easy number. You're going to make me count through nearly the whole deck, all right? Now you keep me honest here, okay? You make sure that I'm not miscounting any cards because I'm going to do it all very slow and very carefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Now is there any question but that is the 23rd card?
I believe it.
All right, we're going to slide that 23rd card out. Now you didn't choose the number 24. If you had, that wouldn't have been your card,
You would
right?
have been so wrong, Nadia.
Yeah, that would have been awful. And you didn't choose, for example, say the 28th card either, right?
That would
That's
have been
not your card.
embarrassing.
And you didn't choose something short up on here like number 2. That wasn't your card either? No. So let's just take a look down at these cards. You still remember what your card was, yes? I want you to just tell me if you see your card anywhere in any of these cards. If you say it, just sing out. Is your card in any there?
Do not.
Okay. So we'll put all of those cards down. Maybe it's in this group, all right? So we'll thumb through those. Any of those your card?
Just a bunch more losers.
I've heard that before. So for the first time, tell Nadia what your card was.
Ace of diamonds.
Oh, okay.
Let's see what we got. And there we go.
No!
The ace of diamonds.
No, crazy.
Didn't see that coming.
Well, neither did I, except that I've seen it before.
Phew.
Now, I'm going to try something else with a pack of cards, but for reasons that will become apparent in just a moment, I'm actually going to use a clean deck, or a fresh deck, I should say. We're going to open up some new cards because of things that you'll see in a moment.
Okay.
But we're going to use you this time, all
Okay.
right? And lots of cards from which to choose. There's still a full deck of cards here, yes? All kinds of cards. Now, I want you to just, should I shuffle it here? Why don't we give them a mix? Okay. And take any card you'd like. Now, you can do it the traditional way, face down, or if you're more comfortable with it, you can take them face up. What do you like to do?
Let's go face down.
All right.
All right.
A traditionalist.
Okay, let's do this card.
Now, I want you to take that card out, and
And
then,
right now, I don't know what it is.
oh, please memorize the card. And while you're memorizing the card, take that Sharpie and sign your name just across the face of the card, if you would. I'll look the other way, although
That's right.
frankly, I'm going to end up seeing what the card is. And it's okay, because I know how this trick is done.
You already know it in your head, I'm sure.
All right, have you signed it? Now, if I could just take the pen back, terrific. We'll cover that up. And I don't know, did you get to see her card?
I did not.
Well, now we're all going to see it. It's the Jack of Diamonds. We want to make sure that the camera can see it as well. Can everybody see that card? And that's your signature on there, Nadia? All right. So now we're going to take Nadia's card, and this is why I wanted a full deck of cards, or a brand new deck of cards, because I'm going to fold this card up, Nadia, okay? And then I'm going to fold it into half, and then into quarters, and then I want you to hold it in your teeth, okay? It's a brand new deck, nice and clean, and you don't actually have to take it into your mouth, but just bite down on it in your teeth, all right? Now, I usually ask people, are they getting this on camera, but I think that's a given here. I'm going to take the next card for myself. It doesn't matter which my card is, so I'm going to put my name on there, Christoph, 1K, 2 Fs. My name, yes?
I see it.
Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing, just so that you don't feel uncomfortable up here all on your own. I'm going to take my card, the 4 of diamonds, and I'm also going to fold it in half, all right? And then I'm going to fold it in quarters, like so. And I'm going to hold it in my teeth. Now, Nadia, are you right-handed or left-handed? Right-handed. Hold out your right hand, okay? And now hold out your left hand. Actually, put yours on top of mine.
Uh-oh. No.
Is that your card?
That's not his card.
Let's see what you
That's crazy.
I can't believe that. So what's in here? Is it
Well,
gonna
with any luck.
Is this going to smoke too? I can't believe
It
it.
says Christoph.
Why don't we hold it up so the camera can see
How
it,
in the
okay?
heck? That was in
All
my
right,
mouth
all
the
right,
whole
that-
time.
That is amazing. Yep.
Well, why don't
Yep.
we try another card effect? Let's come back to you.
Okay.
Okay. You're going to need the Sharpie in a moment
Okay.
as well. Do you want to shuffle the cards, or are you good with the way they are? So what happened to trust?
just gonna cut it.
Okay, that's fine. That's nice and quick because we're running my clock.
Yeah.
We don't want to eat into the show time. Now you just go ahead and you pick out any card that you would like.
All right.
Okay. Now you memorize the card if you would, and then sign your name to it. And
Okay.
again, I'm going to end up seeing the card, so don't worry about
Okay.
keeping it a secret from me. It's not like the first trick. Okay, kind of blow on it, Lynn, if you would, just to dry off the ink, and then put it right back down
Okay.
there. Now, Nadia, I need you to make sure that this is not in any way cheating. Her card isn't on the bottom, right?
No.
Okay. And it's also not on the top. It's not one of the top cards. It's none of
Correct.
those. But now watch, this is kind of fun.
Okay.
Right? I give the deck a snap like that, and your card comes right up to the top. Is that your card?
Yes, it is.
Okay, but we're not going to stop there. We're going to take your card again, and this time I'm going to put it down, say about halfway into the pack.
Okay.
Could you just push that in with your thumb, please? All right, that's good. Now, remember what that magical gesture was that I used just a moment ago, right? I give it a little snap like that, and her card again comes
It's
right
back
back
at the
up to the top.
top.
One more time. We're going to take it out. We're going to put it in, this time up by the front end. Would you push that in with your finger?
You're just messing with us.
Yeah, it's confusing. That's all the misdirection
Thumb,
that's going
finger.
on.
and- yeah.
Now look, if I don't give it that little magical snap, your card doesn't come up to the top. That's not your card, is it? And in fact, it's not even second from the top. Neither of those are your card. No. But look, if I do give it that special little snap like that, then your card indeed comes right back up to the top.
That's the card.
Now we've been doing all of this sort of invisibly. I mean, you guys didn't get to see the magic happen. Now I'm going to try it by giving your card a nice sharp bend, okay? That way you'll be able to follow it as it passes through the deck. So we're just going to put it up there.
Okay.
Now you can see that card
Sure.
sitting on top of the deck, yes?
Yeah.
We'll put the rest of the deck on top. Okay, now this is the fun part. Watch. See it pass up?
That's
Is
freaky.
that your card?
That
Is that
is
her card?
freaky.
All right,
All
great.
right.
But now I'm going to ask you to help me with one other aspect of this. Could you just put your finger on top of that card for me, please? That's great. And then hold the deck with the other hand. Just put that down there. I'm going to get out one other little prop that I need here.
And I have to hold this deck then?
Actually, what I would like you to do is to kind of put the deck on top of that card.
And flip it over and put it on top?
Not yet. Just flip the deck over and set it on top of the card. Exactly right.
Okay.
Can you just keep your hand on that?
I'm very literal.
You're doing great. And now cut the deck in half and complete the cut, and then square up the cards. And while she's doing that, would you please grab the tray that I've got sitting over
Do
there?
that.
Okay, wonderful.
A hammer.
Now, if we look for your card, you don't see it in there anywhere, do you? No. Is it gone? See it anywhere?
No, and did I see the card? Yeah.
It was the two of diamonds. I
All right.
had my name on it.
Let's take out what's inside the bag, shall we?
Sure. Mystery.
Inside the bag, we have a block
That's ice.
of ice, yes.
Hence the hammer.
Hence the hammer. And do you see anything inside the block of
I
ice?
see a two of diamonds.
And there's no seams on the ice or anything like that, are
No.
there? So why don't you just take that hammer and give it a nice sharp strike.
Woo!
Now would you take that out and tell us if that is in fact.
Oh, with your name on it.
It's
and
got my
everything.
name on it.
How
Oh
can you
my
do that?
goodness. That's crazy. It's supernatural.
Yeah, I'd say so.
No, I made quite a mess. when
That's
I'm
all right.
performing. So we'll just get these out of the way. You, by the way, get to keep that as a souvenir of your performance experience. No additional charge. And we'll get rid of the cards. We're going to now move to a different type of magic. And now you saw Jim do the cups and balls earlier in the program. It is a very old and venerable trick. But what I'm going to show you is something of a modification of that, although it's also been done a long time.
Okay.
But you see, this sort of simplifies things. Would you just check out that ball, Nadia? And then you check out that cup, make sure that it's normal, there's nothing inside. It's just although it looks like it could use some pencils in there. And Nadia, take the ball and drop it down inside the cup, if you would, please. Now you can hear it in there, right? So you know that it's inside the cup. I'm going to take the ball out, and I'm going to put the ball down in my pocket, all right? No misdirection. I mean, it's really going in. Now, the idea, though, is that I'm going to magically make the ball leave my pocket and go back up underneath the cup. Are you with me on this? You see, I don't think she is. Because it's already happened magically. Oh, it's already happened magically, and you didn't even watch.
Oh, man.
So let's try you.
All right.
You take the ball, you drop it in.
All right.
Okay. Can you hear it in there?
I can hear it.
All right, we'll put it back down. Now you have to keep one eye on this and one eye on the cup, all
Okay.
right? One eye on each. Are you doing that?
Yeah, cross-eyed.
Because you see, if you do that, then the
Oh,
ball should again
man.
fly right back down. We're going to come back to you. You take the ball, you drop it in again. Okay, now give it a shake. Okay. Now this time you're going to get a choice. Okay. You get to call it. Is the ball down in my pocket? She's so suspicious. Is the ball down in my pocket or is it up underneath the cup? Free choice.
Well, I saw it go into your pocket.
Well, you know what? Whichever one you call it really doesn't matter, because if you say that it's underneath the cup, it's going to be down in my pocket. If you say that it's in my pocket, it's going to be up underneath the cup, just like that.
Oh, man.
So you know how this is done, though, right? Because I put this ball down here,
Yeah.
and you know very well, I've got 2 balls, right? Clearly, there has to be 2 balls.
Sure.
But the trick is that the second ball is actually a good deal larger than the first one. Now, but you know what? I've kind of deceived you.
Kind
The
of.
reality is that both balls are the same size.
Oh, my goodness. That's crazy.
How did you do that?
I really don't know.
Yeah.
Thank you,
That's
though. You guys
magic.
have been a lot of fun.
This has been fun. Thank you
Oh,
for
this is-
coming.
Yeah, this has really been great having you on the show. I wish we could do this for a couple of hours.
And I really want you to saw Nadia in half next time.
Yeah,
so.
we should do that next time. I do have a question. Do you know how to, can you make people disappear?
Yeah, making them come back is the challenge, but yeah, making them disappear, I can do.
Do it.
All right. All right, are you ready to disappear?
We're ready.
We're ready.
This usually doesn't hurt. Do you have a dollar bill? I don't do this for free.
I've got.
Just a $1 bill is perfect.
Yep, got one.
Oh, a new one. Would you crumple it up into a small ball, please?
Okay. Okay.
And if I just may have that back, smaller ball. And I trust that neither of you have anything like, you don't carry around matches, right? Because that would be bad.
Yes.
Yeah, but I do carry some with me. And what I'm going to do is ask you, if you would, to just strike that match and light the match.
Okay.
Now, obviously, we could burn up the bill with a lit match. That wouldn't be very impressive. So blow the match out.
Ooh.
Oh.
And they're gone. Now, it's my show. Actually, although I don't have a lot of experience with bringing people back, I think for the next episode, you'll find Nadia and Lynn back where they belong. Thank you. Well, good evening, and thank you for coming. It's nice to make your acquaintances collectively. I'm Christoph, that's 1K, 2 Fs, here to do a little bit of magic for you, all right? But I'm going to have somebody pick a card. Miss, would you just kind of come up and get close enough that we can pick you up? I didn't mean it that way. Just go ahead and take out any card that you would like, all right? Now I want you to take that card. You can go back to your seat. Memorize the card. Now keep the back of the card towards me so that I can't possibly see the card, and just hold it out so that I can take it from you, all right? And I'm going to attempt to divine this card as if by magic, all right? Oh, I heard what she said. She goes, mark cards. These cards are not marked, all right? There's absolutely no indication what the card is simply by looking at the back side. 7 of clubs. Yes? Thank you. Thank you very much. So I'm going to pull out a new deck, all right? And talk about what you get when it's a brand new and a brand new unopened deck of cards. Now, can you verify there's still a wrapper on there, yes? Mm-hmm. Okay. And, sir, the seal is still sealed, right? Consider your answer carefully.
Yeah.
Correct.
You still have it sealed? All right. We're just going to tear the wrapper off, or I'm going to try to. This is the most difficult part of the trick. Take the wrapper off, and again, sir, you can see that the seal is indeed still sealed, yes?
It is.
All right, we'll just break that seal for the first time, exposing these cards to the atmosphere since the time that they left the factory. And I'm sure everybody here has taken out a deck of cards before, but I'm just going to kind of walk you through what you typically get when you open up a new pack of cards. The first couple of cards are generally jokers, right? We're not going to need the jokers. And then you get into the spades. They come next. Ace, deuce, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack. You get the 10 spades, right? And then you get the hearts, ace, deuce, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all the hearts. And then you get the diamonds, and then you get the clubs, and then eventually, of course, there is, well, typically there's another trash card at the bottom. But anyway, we have the clubs at the end. So I'm going to do an experiment with these cards, a sympathetic experiment. I'm going to take the first 10 cards, the 10 spades, and I'm going to drop them into this wine glass, just like that. Now, I want to emphasize that I'm not going to touch those cards again until virtually the end of the trick. All right, we're going to leave those over there for now. Now, I'm also going to need another 10 cards for contrast. So let's take some red cards. We'll take the 10 hearts, the first 10 hearts out like so. So we've got the 10 hearts also in their normal factory order, ace through 10. Now, sir, would you please give those cards a mix? Just kind of shuffle them up. Now, I realize there's only a few cards, so give it all you got. Give them a good mix. Make sure that they're totally confused. But I would rather that you do it face down so that nobody thinks I can see the cards. So if you can just kind of keep them face down, that's good. Wonderful. All right? And now, if you just hand those to me, thank you. We're going to take these cards and we're going to flip them over and find the order that you chose for them. Now, we've not discussed this in any way beforehand, have we?
No, we haven't.
You had no idea what order you would put them in, did you?
None.
And I certainly didn't know what you would do. But in any event, we have now this very special and unique order that you set us upon. Okay. Miss, as I pass my finger over the cards, please call out the word stop, all right? Stop. Okay. Now, here's the card that you stopped me at, yes? Now, I want to emphasize that I'm not going to change the order of the hearts. I'm going to reverse this card that you selected. So I'm just going to turn it over, but put it back exactly where you started it. Is that fair? All right. Then I'm going to put the cards back together and then just drop them down in a second glass, like so. So we'll put those cards in there. One other little tool. I have a silk scarf, and I'm going to take this scarf and just pass it over the glass, holding the spades for but a moment. And when I do that, the order of the spades changes. And so now, instead of having that same factory order, we now have the front cards being both the 5 of hearts and the 5 of spades. After that, we have the 8 of hearts and the 8 of spades, then the ace of hearts and the ace of spades, 10 of hearts and 10 of spades, 9 of hearts, 9 of spades, 3 of hearts, 3 of spades. Oh, remember, one card was reversed, and that card on each side was the 4 of hearts and the 4 of spades. And then we have the 6s, the deuces, and at last the 7. Thank you very much. You guys were great. Thank you.